with the Eagles decleaning the New York Giants. Tonight, the Phillies go for the New York sweep behind a raucous crowd. The defending champs are looking to even the best-of-7 World Series at 2 games apiece.
This is the World Series, Game 4. Last night, the Yankees took control of the series.
You knew this would happen?
Everything changed. And sent the Phillies a message on their home field.
But we will send them a message that this is our land.
Now, down 1 game. The Phillies must battle back and must defend their field.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not in Kansas anymore.
Tonight, 2 teams look to send a message and take control in the World Series.
They've sent us a message that they can take whatever they want. Outstanding.
The Yankees look to break out the firepower and take a commanding lead.
I need your help.
And the Phillies look to even the series in the quest for a 2nd consecutive World Series title.
The strong prey on the weak, and nobody does a thing.
Will the Phillies be able to fend off the Yankee attack?
We're going up against gunships with bows and arrows.
Or will the Yankees continue their surge?
Well, I guess we better stop him.
Game 4 is next on Fox. Avatar. Enter the world on December 18th.
Avatar is in theaters and IMAX 3D on December 18th. We now welcome you to the Chevy pregame show on Fox. The rain is gone tonight, and so are those warm temperatures. Last night it was 71 degrees. Tonight it is 50. It'll be getting cooler and crisper throughout the evening, but we're ready for some baseball. And with that, we welcome you to Game 4 of the World Series right here on Fox. I am Chris Rose, joined as always by the world champion Mark Grace, Eric Karros, and our special World Series guest analyst, Ozzie Guillen of the Chicago White Sox. And guys, Joe Blanton against CC Sabathia, that is your pitching matchup. EK, how do the Phillies get back in this series?
Well, they've got to score some runs, and they've got to hit. Now, the focus is Joe Blanton, CC Sabathia, but really, it's the Philly offense, and they've got to score early. Give Joe Blanton a bit of a cushion so he doesn't have to go out and feel like, hey, I've got to beat CC Sabathia. If they can score early, they relax him a little bit. The key to that, Shane Victorino. He's got to get going, got to get on base.
And one of the guys Joe Blanton's going to have to face is Alex Rodriguez. Have you guys ever gotten a wake-up call at 9:30 at night?
No way. No, you sleep through your wake-up call at 9:30.
Alex Rodriguez got one last night from Cole Hamels. First pitch he sees, he drills him, and then what happens? 2-run homer. He awakened the sleeping giant. That is nuts. Cole Hamels, what were you thinking? This guy was 0 for 8 with 6 strikeouts, and now you woke him up. Here you go, boys.
All right, now Cole Hamels last night was a loser in Game 3. Afterward, he was a little bit frustrated. The media started poking and prodding, and he was quoted as saying, "I can't wait for the season to be over."
What?
Didn't that get at you a little bit, Ozzie?
Wow, that's a very, very difficult time. Right now, I will talk to him. I'm calling him in the office, asking, what's in your mind right now? Because we have to be in the same page. If Hamels is not on the same page with the manager and the ball club, I will see you in spring training. I'm pitching him next time.
Wait a second. Ozzie Guillen, you would flip your lid, man.
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't put your socks on the right way, some days you go nuts.
Well,
you wouldn't yell at him. We're in the middle of the World Series here.
That's why you have to be careful. You not want to go. I want to know exactly what he got in his mind. I don't want his teammate to listen to this or reading that in the paper. Make sure when we leave the clubhouse or my office, make sure we're on the same page, and that make it 2 things. You start it next year, or I see you in spring training.
All right, well, currently they are introducing all of the Philadelphia Phillies reserves. This place is rocking. They are ready to even the best-of-7 World Series at 2 games apiece. But right now the Yankees lead this one after an impressive 8-5 win in Game 4. We've got more coming your way, and if you want to know how these 2 teams stack up so far in the series, just log on to worldseries.com/Chevy and enter for a chance to win a new Chevy Malibu. And the Philly fans saying, hey, welcome to our city, the only way they can. Guys, before we get out of here, CC Sabathia taking a few warm-up pitches. What are you keeping your eye on tonight, Eric?
I'm watching to see how the Phillies approach Sabathia, especially the leadoff hitters of each inning. Only 5 times this postseason have leadoff hitters got on against Sabathia. That's going to be important tonight.
Well, I think it's the entire Philly team, and the reason they're the defending world champions, guys, is they've got heart. They've got a ton of heart. They got a heart of a champion. This is the first time in 2 years that they've trailed in the postseason. They're going to need to dig deep and show some real heart tonight.
Ozzie, beginning of the series, you picked the Phillies in 6. You're our guest. Do you want to change your mind?
No, this man is never down. I'm never down. But you know what? Hurry up. We're getting late. We're getting late. Let's go.
Look at these people. They're all cheering for you, Ozzie, because they know that you're the only one up here that picked the Phillies to win it all.
Hey, I want to fight like a champ, and I will stay way up to the last game of the play. Never down.
The question is, did Joe Blanton pitch like a champion? 0-3 with an ERA of almost 9 in his career against the Yankees. We are getting closer to the national anthem, and then first pitch. We are back right after this. Press announcer Dan Baker.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise and help us honor the United States of America? Out of respect for our country, we ask that you please remove your hats as Staff Sergeant Jody Johnson of the United States Air Force sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright
about ready for first pitch on the other side of the break. We'll hand it over to Joe and Tim. Hold tight. Send it up to the broadcast booth. Joe Buck, take it away, my friend.
All right, Chris, thank you very much, and we welcome everybody to game number 4 of this World Series. My name is Joe. Tim McCarver coming right up. Well, here we are with the Yankees up 2-1, and they hand the ball tonight to CC Sabathia. More on him in a second. For the Phillies, Joe Blanton gets the baseball. By far his biggest game of his big league career. He got the ball in game 4 last year, the World Series. He was the winner against the Tampa Bay Rays. And for more on CC, his opponent, the Yankees are going with short rest here with Sabathia. They plan on doing it tomorrow night with A.J. Burnett, and if this series goes back to New York, they would do it with Andy Pettitte. They're trying to get through this World Series using only 3 starters.
Yeah, and it's not the first time that it's been done. You have to go back to 1992 when the Atlanta Braves sent John Smoltz, Steve Avery, and Tommy Glavine out there with 3 days rest against the Toronto Blue Jays. And I got to tell you, Joe, you know, it's been a while, but I used to catch for the Cardinals, and Bob Gibson on 3 days rest, sometimes 2 days rest. I hit against guys, 3 days rest, sometimes 2 days rest. Their arms didn't fall off. They went on to have productive careers. I think what the New York Yankees are doing, it's the proper thing to do. I think they prepared for it, and it's the way to go to win this World Series.
Well, they got a lot of rest in September, and that's paying off here in October. It is Sabathia. It is Blanton. It's Game 4 next on Fox.
For the first time over the past 2 postseasons, the defending champion Phillies find themselves down a game and facing Game 4 tonight against the Yankee ace. While the challenge seems daunting, this battle-tested bunch has faced adversity before, twice coming back from unlikely September deficits, enabling them to make their postseason run. Make no mistake, the Phils are tough, but might be up against their biggest foe. The defending champs on the ropes versus the Bronx Bombers. Game 4, next on Fox.
Last night, Derek Jeter leads off at shortstop. Johnny Damon bats second. Mark Teixeira, Alex Rodriguez, Jorge Posada. The number 6 batters, Robinson Cano. Nick Swisher is in right. Melky Cabrera bats 8th. And CC Sabathia pitches and bats 9th. And that lineup will deal with Joe Blanton, the right-hander, a 12-game winner during the regular season. First full year with the Philadelphia Phillies, and we give you the scouting report for this right-hander. Big start tonight in Game 4.
You know, that first question, which pitcher will we see? Charlie Manuel's not sure what Joe Blanton will feature. He has all the pitches, but more than anything else, he is a gutty performer, and that's why he's out there tonight.
Jeter first up against him, and a strike starts the night. So far, Jeter 5 out of 13 in this World Series. Last night, 1 for 5. Yankees broke out a bit, 8 runs on 8 hits, 3 home runs in Game 3, and an 8-5 win behind Andy Pettitte. Ground ball right side, and that's Utley. Can't make a throw. Lost his footing. Did a great job to get to that baseball, but it's an infield hit for Jeter to start the night. And And the opening pitch was brought to you by Budweiser. With full flavor and a crisp, clean finish, it's what we do.
I can't think of a right-handed hitter in baseball who has mastered that inside-out swing to pepper that hole on the right side. And you're right, Utley makes a fine play, gets up and slips. Infield hit for Jeter.
And in the area where he eventually got to his feet, that was part of the field that was exposed and not under the tarp with all that rain here yesterday, and it's wet still in that outfield grass. And you can see the lighter color grass, the part that was covered, the darker part that is still a little damp, and that's where Utley lost his footing. Here's a pitch up and away, and the count goes to 2-0 on Johnny Damon, who last night had one big hit. It was a 2-run double in a 3-run fifth inning. Blanton's 2-0 is ripped into right field. This ball will get down and one hop off the wall. Worth is there, picks it up on the track. It's a double, and it's second and third with nobody out. So second straight night with a double for Johnny Damon, and the Yankees have something going in the first.
When it's 2 balls and no strikes, you look in one area. You cut down that imaginary box in front of home plate, choose a spot. Fat fastball for Damon, and the Yankees are threatening here in the first inning.
And an opportunity for Mark Teixeira with second and third, nobody out. Teixeira with just one hit in this World Series. He has struggled with runners in scoring position during the postseason. And he grounds it to first. It's a fair ball. A run scores, one out. In to score is Jeter on the RBI ground out by Mark Teixeira.
What a fine play by Ryan Howard, who worked on his defense with third base coach Sam Palazzo this past winter. He certainly saves at least one run with that play, but more importantly gets an out. What a tricky hop that ball took. It almost looked like it came back to come over the bag. The Yankees take the win, but it could have been worse, or take the run, but it could have been worse for the Phillies.
Yeah, I agree with you. It looked like it was headed foul, and it kind of kicked back. And now here's Alex Rodriguez, who also has only one hit and was the home run last night. Off the camera lens in right. Runner at third, one out. 1-0 New York. And Alex Rodriguez is hit. He stares at his own bench as he's hit for the third time in the last 2 nights. And it's turning into a trend.
Hit in the rib cage, so that's the third time in 1+ game that Alex Rodriguez is hit by a pitch. We talked about the Phillies trying to establish themselves inside. A situation like that, there's no way there is an intentional or a purposeful pitch to hit Alex Rodriguez. You get a warning here?
Well, I mean, the umpires are getting together to discuss. You would have to believe whether they're going to warn both sides. And both sides have been warned, and the Yankees won't like that because they will have no chance to pay back. They've got Sabathia going tonight, so both sides have been warned that any more of that would result, if the umpire so deems, in an ejection.
Now, part of CC Sabathia's game plan is to pitch the right-handed hitters of the Phillies inside. You can't take that inside pitch away from him. I can't see any intention of Joe Blanton trying to hit Alex Rodriguez. It makes no sense. It's the World Series in the first inning. First and third and one out. The Yankees already have a run. You're adding to a big inning.
Last night, Alex Rodriguez became the first Yankee since Yogi Berra in Game 3 of 1953 to get hit 2 times in the same game. Cole Hamels got him. That was in the second. And then Durbin got him in the 7th. And now here tonight in the first inning, Joe Blanton hits him.
And it's first and third, one out for Jorge Posada. This does not, on paper, appear to be a good matchup for Joe Blanton, the right-hander against this Yankee lineup. And I think that last point that you had in your scouting report is how he has to win and pitch here tonight. That gutty performer with guile, not backing down from a challenge. He has his hands full here tonight. And in the first inning, 2 hits, a hit batsman, and he's right into trouble with his team down 2-1.
Not only does he have his hands full, but he's facing one of the hottest pitchers in baseball in CC Sabathia.
First pitch to Posada is in for strike 1. On deck is Robinson Cano. Posada trying to make this a big first inning for Sabathia, pitching on 3 days rest. And a fly ball into left. Ibanez makes the catch. Johnny Damon tags. Here he comes to the plate, safe. Ball gets away, and Rodriguez down to second with 2 out. 2-0 New York, and a sac fly to left by Jorge Posada. And a good start to this game 4 for the Yankees.
And I would imagine there will be an error given to Raul Ibanez on the throw home, even though Carlos Ruiz making a terrific play, trying to block home plate. And it will be an error, a throwing error on Ibanez. That ball eluding Ruiz. But watch the slide by Damon. The straight in slide, we talked about it last night. Hit him in the helmet and bounces away, and that allows Rodriguez to go to second base.
So he's in scoring position with 2 out for Robinson Cano, who's 1 for 11 in this World Series. And a ball outside. And overall now in the postseason, under 200 at 196. It's 9 for 46 for a guy who hit 320 during the regular season. Off the hands and into center field for Victorino. First 2 guys got on for New York. Jeter and Damon both come around to score. Now CC Sabathia to work. 2-0 New York.
crisp, cool evening here in Philadelphia for Game 4. Jimmy Rollins for the Phillies leads it off. Shane Victorino, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, Jason Worth having a great postseason. Raul Ibanez, Pedro Feliz, Carlos Ruiz, and Joe Blanton, the bottom three in the lineup. Here is Sabathia, who during this postseason is 3-1 in 4 starts. The Phillies beat him in Game 1. And an ERA of 1.52 overall this postseason.
And he pitched well in Game 1, giving up 2 home runs to Chase Utley. He's lost only twice since July 28th. That emotional maturity we'll talk about. Power grip, power change, powerful man. 290 pounds.
Jimmy Rollins first up. And he takes a strike. Last night, Rollins went after the first pitch he saw from Andy Pettit and got a base hit into left, stole a base. Phillies did not score in the first, got 3 runs in the second inning, but then the Yankees went to work. 2-0 New York here in the bottom of the first inning, and Rollins pops it into right center field. Swisher to his right makes the play, 1 out. Yankee defense is brought to you by Moto Blur. You know Swisher is in right, Cabrera is in center, and Johnny Damon in left. Around the infield, third to first, Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira. And a battery of Sabathia and Jorge Posada. Here is Victorino. 5 for 12 in his career against Sabathia with a home run, 5 RBIs. And he takes low for ball 1. Sabathia lost Game 1 6-1 to Cliff Lee. Cliff Lee was brilliant. Sabathia went 7, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, struck out 6, walked 3, and threw 113 pitches. Big lefty finds the strike zone, and it's 1-1. There is Cliff Lee, who will get the ball tomorrow night in Game 5. The 1-1 to Victorino is hit off the end of the bat. Shallow left center field, and that is a base hit. Victorino will end up at second base.
Johnny Damon playing deeply in left field, did not get a good jump on this ball. It bounced off his webbing, and Victorino, one of the hardest runners in the major leagues. He loves contact, and he runs hard on every play. And don't expect him to stop at second. He can steal third in a heartbeat.
It's a 1-out double, and here is Chase Utley. CC Sabathia in that Game 1 start, by his own admission, was off. He was behind a lot of hitters. He gave up the 2 home runs to Utley, but other than that, against the rest of the lineup in that game, the rest of the group was 2 for 22 with 2 walks.
Oh, what a telling graphic that was, and is.
Back to Game 1. Good start for Utley. He wasn't finished. Went deep again.
Both home runs with 2 strikes on Utley.
Utley walked his first time up in that game, then homered in the 3rd and homered in the 6th. Runner at second, 1 out, and that's wide. 2-0. Well hit into right center field. Back at the wall. Off the top of the wall. Victorino scores. Back-to-back doubles. It's a 2-1 game.
The Phillies saw Johnny Damon on a 2-0 pitch hammer a double down the right field line. And the Yankees are seeing Chase Utley on a 2-0 pitch hammer a double into right center field. And the Phillies are on the board.
And now the central figure in the lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies, Ryan Howard, who has 9 strikeouts through 3 games. Strike 1 inside corner. All-time record for strikeouts in the World Series is held by Willie Wilson with 12 back in 1980. Howard was the MVP for the NLCS, and that's down and in, a ball and a strike.
Willie's 12th strikeout against Tug McGraw. Great reliever of the Phillies, about a half a mile from here at Veterans Stadium.
Fastball misses, 2-1.
That strikeout of Willie Wilson, by the way, the last out in that game as the Phillies won their first World Championship.
That's up and in, 3-1. On deck is the red-hot Jason Worth. Home plate umpire tonight is Mike Everett. Dana DeMuth at first, Joe West at second, Jerry Davis, the crew chief, Jeff Nelson down the left field line, and Brian Gorman down the right field line.
No way do you give in and throw Howard a fastball right here. Not with first base open.
And he doesn't. Howard goes after it. Full count.
Looked like a slider from Sabathia. And it was.
Three-two pitch. 95 miles per hour, fouled straight back, still full. There has been no better run producer in Major League Baseball over the last 4 years than Ryan Howard. Trying to produce here in the first inning of Game 4. There goes Utley on a foul by Ryan Howard.
Now Jorge Posada out to talk to Sabathia. Utley with a running jump from second base. Steals it easily, but the breaking ball fouled away. Utley with 23 stolen bases on the regular season. He was caught. Nada. None. 0.
Another strikeout of Ryan Howard, and a big one for Sabathia. 2 out.
On the breaking ball, Howard goes down. That might be the best breaking ball that Sabathia threw Howard. Down and away. Looked like a Steve Carlton slider right there.
Steve Carlton threw out the ceremonial first pitch here tonight. And Joe Girardi pays a visit with the red-hot Jason Worth digging in. Most home runs in baseball, 33 against left-handed pitching. And with first base open, 2 out, left-handed hitting. Ibanez on deck. Girardi wanted to go out and talk about this situation.
The reason Joe Girardi is talking and not walking Jason Worth is because it's the first inning. If this were the 5th or 6th, it wouldn't be a problem. But when you intentionally walk batters in the first, 2nd inning, you fill the bases or put 2 on. Chance of a big inning increases. And Ibanez is a .285 hitter against left-handed pitching this year. So it's not clear cut.
Strike 1 inside corner. So again, Worth with 33 home runs since 2008 against left-handed pitching. No player in baseball has had more home runs off left-handed pitchers. Chase Utley, by the way, is number 2 on that list. That's ball 1. Talking to Jason Worth prior to this game, he said, you know, typically when guys have a changeup that's not that far off their fastball, which is the case with Sabathia, they're easier to hit. But the arm speed is so good and it's just under his fastball, he is tough to figure out.
That was it. There aren't too many pitchers in the major leagues who throw an 87-mile-an-hour changeup. But there is such a difference in, as you said, Joe, the arm speed and the grip of Sabathia. It looks like a fastball, but isn't.
Here's a 2-1. Ball 3, 3-1. Ibanez may get his chance next.
Yeah, they're going to put him on intentionally.
So the respect for Jason Worth and the chance for Ibanez, who so far this postseason is 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position. And in this World Series, 3 for 12 with 2 RBIs.
It's funny, in that at bat, Joe Girardi went out to talk to Posada and Sabathia. And a lot of times when a hitter sees that, he'll say, oh boy, they're going to pitch around me. Well, the first pitch was hittable, a strike, and then 4 straight balls to Worth.
Come on, Raul.
Ibanez takes a strike. Breaking ball from Sabathia, who has now thrown 22 pitches in the first inning. So the Phillies are on the board. They're down by 1 run, and they have made Sabathia work here in the first. That's to the right side and foul, strike 2.
You could hear Derek Jeter say, step off, telling Sabathia that Utley was getting a good jump at second base, and now he's going to go and tell him a little more quietly. Step off when he gets too far off.
This entire postseason we have heard. Derek Jeter talking to one pitcher after another with a guy at second base while they're set and ready to bring the ball home. To pitch and a strikeout for Sabathia. 2 in the inning. 1 run on a couple of doubles for Philadelphia. After 1 in Game 4, 2-1 New York. Chickies and Pete's. You've got great food in this stadium, and like we talked about last night, this has got to be the best sports complex in any city in the United States when you think about all of these venues right here in this same area, and it's been a fun time. We talked about it so much last night and all day today. Understand that the Spectrum has a concert going on tonight, and that will be the last event at the Spectrum. The Eagles just took apart the New York Giants, all phases of the game, offensively, defensively. 40-17 was the final. Special teams. And the Spectrum, a great building, be shutting its doors. There is a foul outside the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Nick Swisher.
As Chris Rose said in the pregame, Phillies going for the sweep. Split doubleheader here. The Eagles, as they are known in South Philly.
On top in the NFC East, 5-2. Cowboys 5-2. Giants are 5-3. And the Eagles look terrific today. Meanwhile, Minnesota, they're now 7-1. The second half of the big doubleheader for the NFL on Fox. They won in Green Bay in Brett Favre's return. Their strike 3 on Swisher, 38-26 for the Vikings, and they are 7-1.
Nick Swisher thought this pitch was low, but Blanton gets the call.
Take a look at the defense for the Phillies, brought to you by Moto Blur in the outfield. Ibanez, Victorino, who has a Gold Glove, and Worth. Around the infield, Feliz, Rollins, Utley, and Howard. Catcher is Ruiz, and the pitcher is Joe Blanton. Here's Cabrera. There's an easy fly ball to left for Ibanez. 2 out. And with the bases empty, and Sabathia, who can hit, coming up, the Home Depot tools to victory.
Offensive support for the Yankees. It scored 2 runs in the first inning. Blanton, not Cliff Lee, so we'll have to wait and see.
And the reason you say that is Cliff Lee has never pitched on 3 days rest in his career, and he has thrown 265 innings all told here in 2009. And you can see Sabathia, all 6'7", 290 pounds. He gets a good rip. 3 career home runs. But no Cliff Lee tonight. Instead, tomorrow night against A.J. Burnett. Strike 2 from Joe Blanton.
This is not official, but Charlie Manuel telling us that CC Sabathia had 22 home runs in 32 games when he was a senior in high school. So he can hit.
That's ball 1.
Charlie was the manager of Sabathia his rookie season back in 2001 when he pitched for the Cleveland Indians. They are very, very close friends.
Two out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch. Sabathia takes strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Blanton. Feliz, Ruiz, and Blanton coming up for the Phillies, who trail by 1. Beautiful night in Philadelphia. Bottom three in the lineup for the Phillies. Feliz, Ruiz, and Joe Blanton. Pedro Feliz is 1 for 11 lifetime against Sabathia, trying to get something started for the Phillies, who are down by 1.
That's inside.
Ball 1 to Pedro Feliz, who over his last 41 at-bats is hitting .098, dating back into the regular season.
Using a sequence with nobody on second base. That's unusual.
And there's a fastball from Sabathia, 1-1.
Sequences more signs than just flashing one sign.
Fly ball into right. Sends Swisher back for out number 1. Chevy and baseball have teamed up to give fans a chance to win tickets to the postseason, and even better, you have a chance to win a new Chevy. Just register at worldseries.com/Chevy and may the best team win. Here's Carlos Ruiz, who is a big threat out of the number 8 spot. Last 16 games during the postseason, he's hitting .375 with 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 12 walks compared to only 2 strikeouts. He homered last night. And it was his home run off Phil Hughes in the 9th inning that forced Joe Girardi to go to Rivera for the final 2 outs. Just so you know, according to Girardi here in Game 4, he does not plan on using Rivera for more than 1 inning. Even with Sabathia coming into this game on short rest. First pitch of ball to Ruiz with Blanton, who homered when he made a Game 4 start during the World Series last year against the Tampa Bay Rays. 1-0. 2-0. That's ball 3.
Sabathia does not look comfortable out there. He didn't look comfortable, and admittedly was not comfortable in Game 1, even though he held the Phillies to 2 runs in 7 innings. He's not working as quickly or as confidently as we saw him work against the Angels in his 2 starts.
There's a strike. Count 3-1, and there has to be a little bit of confidence on the other side. Even with the success Sabathia has had this postseason on the part of the Phillies. They beat him in the postseason last year in the divisional round while he was with Milwaukee. They did that here, and then they beat him in Game 1 behind Cliff Lee. This is to the shortstop, Jeter, and out number 2. With the bases empty and Blanton coming up, tonight's Jeep trivia question: 13 pitchers have hit home runs in the World Series. Blanton's one of them. Which 2 of the 13 pitchers did it twice? Bases empty for Joe, who is 0 for 3 swinging the bat this postseason, was 7 for 55. With only 1 RBI during the regular season. And a fastball for a strike. Blanton did not face the Yankees during the regular season this year. He's 0-3 pitching against the Yankees with an ERA over 8. Gave up 2 runs in the first inning and had a perfect second. That's in for strike 2. Breaking ball from Sabathia. Jimmy Rollins is on deck. Do it for the bottom of the second. Each side will have the top of their lineup in the third as we go into inning number 3. In game number 4, the Yankees lead it 2-1. Two to one as we go into the third inning, and Derek Jeter leads it off for New York. He got a base hit, scored a run his first time, and he takes a strike from Blanton here. Joe Blanton, 6'3", 244 pounds, 28-year-old from Nashville.
Come on, Joe.
This Yankee lineup that he's facing here tonight has a combined 300 career average against Blanton with 6 home runs, 11 RBIs. Blanton in his career is 2-0 during the postseason. Game 4 winner last year during the World Series against the Rays, 10-2. It's his second start this postseason. Jeter grounds to third. What a play by Feliz to his left. 1 out.
Feliz was playing even with the bag. The possibility of the bunt by Jeter, and on the short hop, the dive. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Wow.
And that strong, accurate arm of a future Gold Glover. That's what the Phillies think.
Now Johnny Damon, who doubled and scored a run in the first inning. ball, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on. And there's a fly ball into right. Worth is coming on, got a good jump, 2 out. So with the bases empty, Teixeira will be the hitter. Mark Teixeira with an RBI ground out his first time up. By the way, that last show at the Spectrum was last night. Pearl Jam. I said tonight. And Pearl Jam performed 2 nights here in Philadelphia. The last show was last night, not tonight. So a little less traffic in the area. They're not playing in a arena with nobody in it tonight. I listened to that new album today. It is terrific.
Pearl Jam?
Yeah. And then I followed it up with yours, of course. The base is empty, 2 out, a 2-0 pitch is in for a strike from Joe Blanton. Now the next from Blanton. It's over the outside part at the knees, 2-2.
Good changeup on the corner.
Just high. Now our unofficial look at it. Call it a strike. Instead, it's ball 3. Full count pitch is in for strike 3. Third strikeout for Joe Blanton. Top of the order coming up for Philadelphia in the bottom of the 3rd, down 2-1. Top of the order for the Phillies. That means Rollins, Victorino, and Utley against Sabathia. Ball 1. Jimmy Rollins flying to right, his first time up, 2 for 11 in this World Series. Rollins gets under it and a fly ball into left. Johnny Damon puts it away, 1 out. Major League Baseball's reviving baseball in inner cities has given its 1 million plus participants a chance to play, learn, and grow. For more information, visit MLB.com/RBI. Prior to tonight's game, KPMG was joined by representatives of the 2009 RBI World Series in presenting a $1 million check in support of the program. Jimmy Rollins is shaking his head now, 2 for 12 in this series against the Yankees. Here is Victorino, who doubled and scored on an RBI double by Utley in the first. During the LCS, we saw in each league the importance of leadoff hitters and what happens when leadoff hitters don't get on. It happened for the Dodgers with Furcal. It happened for the Angels with Sean Figgins. Both the Dodgers and the Angels are out of this playoff, and the Phillies have got to hope that Jimmy Rollins figures it out to set the table for this Philly lineup that has a lot of thunder in it behind him. Jeter on the other side is 6 out of 15 so far. He scored a run here tonight. There's ball 2 to Victorino.
Yankee pitchers have given up the long ball, but the Phillies have 5 home runs, all of them solo shots. 2 by Utley.
Phillies came into this World Series game number 4 hitting .216 against the Yankees in this series. 2-1 pitch. That is a strike. Victorino didn't like the call. It's 2-2.
Mike Everett has been very liberal up and down. He called Nick Swisher out on a debatable fastball down. Mark Teixeira the same. And now the high strike to Victorino.
Posada coming out of his crouch didn't make it look very good. Looked like a strike. It was a strike on our Fox tracks, and it's 2-2. And now ball 3. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 2-1 New York. Up 2 games to 1 in this World Series. 3-2 pitch. Right side, and Teixeira makes the play. 2-time Gold Glove Award winner to the bag. 2 out.
3-1 hit well, but Mark Teixeira, a vacuum cleaner at first base.
With the bases empty, Chase Utley will hit. So Utley now has faced Sabathia 4 times and reached 4 times in this World Series. A walk, 2 homers, a double, 3 RBIs. Outside for ball 1. If you're just joining us in the first inning, Alex Rodriguez was hit by a pitch by Joe Blanton. Umpires got together and decided to warn both teams. If anything else that's in their judgment intentional would result in the ejection of that pitcher. Here's a 1-0. Inside corner, ball and a strike. It's not automatic, however. It still has to be deemed intentional for the ejection to follow. Rodriguez, who was hit by the pitch, will lead off in the 4th inning. Here's a 1-1 to Utley. Got in on his hands. Out goes Cano, and the second baseman hauls it in. It's a 1-2-3 inning. 7 straight now retired by Sabathia. Blanton's retired 8 straight. And A-Rod will lead it off in the 4th. Yankees up 2-1. First pitch is a strike to Rodriguez, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. He is 4 for 7 in his career against Joe Blanton with 2 home runs. Blanton's retired 8 straight. 2-1 Yankees, top of the 4th inning, and there's another strike. It's 0-2. Talked about Rodriguez getting hit by a pitch back in the first. Dirt, a check swing on ball 1.
Good play by Ruiz, just in case he did go around. It was close. In my opinion, there is no way that Joe Blanton hit Alex Rodriguez intentionally. You don't settle scores in the World Series. You're going to settle scores, you do it in spring training or the regular season, not in the World Series.
Here's a fly ball down toward the end of the bat into left center field. And caught by Victorino, 1 out. Alex Rodriguez would disagree with that opinion, as you can pick up his audio coming off the home plate umpire Mike Everett's microphone when he was hit by the pitch in the first.
said third time. It's a little obvious. Hit twice last night. He's hit right out of the gate here tonight in the first.
The only vulnerable part of Alex Rodriguez's offensive game is inside. He's only vulnerable inside. The Angels tried to pitch him inside. They were unsuccessful. The Twins tried to pitch him inside unsuccessfully. And the Phillies the last 2 nights have tried to pitch him inside, and he's been hit 3 times. That's going to happen. But again, in my view, you don't settle scores in the World Series.
That's on the outside corner, and strike 2 on Posada. As Blanton has settled into a nice groove, having retired 9 straight. And Posada still talking to Mike Everett, the home plate umpire.
So Nick Swisher has complained, Mark Teixeira has complained, and now Posada.
The 0-2. Ball 1. Posada with a sac fly into left field his first time up. Has scored the second run in the first inning. Damon. It's 2-0 after a half inning. Then the Phillies got 1-out doubles from Victorino and Utley. But Howard struck out. Worth was intentionally walked, and Ibanez struck out. That's on the outside part, strike 3. And Posada with a parting shot from Mike Everett on his way back to the bat rack.
Well, a catcher can't argue like other position players, because the catcher has to get back behind the plate and hope the umpire is consistently giving him the same pitches he's calling that he's complaining about. So you can't be as argumentative as other position players, because you have to jump right back out there.
Here's Cano, flied out to center his first time up. And a good pitch fools Cano.
That's a one thing. Cano, a first ball hitter during the season. He has not been nearly as aggressive in the postseason.
Just flailing at a 90-mile-an-hour fastball into the hole 0-2.
Seems like the count is always in the pitcher's favor when Robinson Cano is at the plate, at least during the postseason.
25 home runs during the regular season. Takes in the dirt. Talking about that .320 average, which was 6th best in the American League. I mean, this is a big weapon that the Yankees feature. One of the reasons why New York won league high 103 games during the regular year. A 1-2. And another strikeout for Blanton, who's set down 11 straight. Struck out 5. He's doing his part. Big bats coming up for the Phillies, down by 1.
4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Phillies, down by 1. Ryan Howard, Jason Worth, Raul Ibanez. Howard struck out his first time, and he is tired of all of these strikes, trying to do something about a 2 for 14 start with 10 strikeouts. Inside from Sabathia. Ball and a strike. We just talked with Joe Girardi, the manager of the Yankees, and we'll play that for you during the bottom of this 4th inning. Former MVP of this league, Ryan Howard, takes ball 2. Five home runs during the regular season, tied for the top RBI total in baseball with 141. And he gets a base hit into center field to start the 4th. Here's Joe Girardi, and the first question was about how they are seeing and what they see. They like what they see from CC Sabathia from the dugout tonight.
I do. It's kind of similar to what it was the first night. The first inning was kind of long for him, and then he started making his pitches, and he's done that so far tonight as well.
What about the A-Rod situation, Joe? What can you tell us the umpires said?
Well, they thought they didn't want it to escalate into anything. And, you know, A-Rod's been plunked 3 times in 4 games, and that's not something we like. But they wanted to try to knock it off before something else happened.
And yet you've got a guy, Sabathia, who pitches inside. And anytime teams are warned, that's something that a pitcher has to deal with.
Well, that's concerning for us because it's in their judgment whether the guy hit the guy on purpose or not. And that can be scary at times. But we told CC, and they told CC, the umpire said, you know, have him, you know, he can still pitch inside, and we'll make a judgment.
So far, 46 pitches through 3 innings on short rest. Are you looking at Sabathia with any kind of a limit pitch-wise here tonight?
You know, we think he's strong enough to go 110, 120, and you know, he threw about 25 the first inning, and the next 2 innings have been pretty good. So, you know, if he can keep it to that 10 pitch per inning pace for a while here, he should be fine.
Do you like having pitchers who are 6'7", 290 pounds?
I sure do. They're awful strong.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Joe Girardi, in his 2nd year, has taken the Yankees into the World Series. 45-year-old manager has 3 rings as a player with the Yankees. 96, 98, 99. Here's a 1-1 to Jason Worth. It is high, ball 2 after the base hit by Ryan Howard. Philadelphia postseason record in home runs for Jason Worth with 7. Helped out by more opportunities, more rounds in the postseason. 4 for 10 in this World Series. There goes Howard. And a stolen base for Ryan Howard.
He had 8 of 9 during the regular season. We talked about him working with Sam Palazzo, the third base coach. Along with that defensive work, he lost a lot of weight. And how many times does Ryan Howard steal second base without a throw?
Posada lost it, and Howard was so shocked that there was no throw. He was looking around, thought maybe the ball was hit.
Yeah.
He didn't know where it was, and he stole it standing up. And this is a Philly team that, with all the home runs leading the National League, 224, they were number 2 in stolen bases.
2 guys were surprised then. Posada because he ran, and Howard because there was no play.
It counts 2-2 on Worth. And to third, Rodriguez to his right makes the pickup and throw. 1 out, and holding at second is Ryan Howard.
That was not a situation where you're trying to move the runner to third base. As hot as Jason Worth has been, you want to try to drive him in. You don't want to give yourself up in that situation and move Howard to third base.
Leaves it to Ibanez. The tying run at second. 1 out. Merle struck out with 2 on and 2 out back in the first inning. 93 RBIs during the regular season. And a strike over the outside part of the plate. See Ibanez saying not a strike. Let's take a look.
Almost looked like a cross-up on Jorge Posada, even though Posada's not going out to talk to Sabathia. But he caught that ball like he was looking for a fastball.
And jammed a bit is Ibanez. Fly ball into right for Swisher. 2 out. So the Phillies had a runner at second. Nobody out with Worth up. Now Ryan Howard is out there with 2 out for Pedro Feliz. Feliz, who does not have more than 1 hit in this World Series. He is 1 for 12 and does not have an RBI. Looking for the 2-out RBI hit. The 58th pitch of the night coming from Sabathia. Off the end of the bat, strike 1.
Feliz in a strange slump. He's having a tough time against left-handed pitching. Only 4 for his last 42 against left-handers since late August. Very odd for a right-handed batter to have that much of a problem with left-handers.
That is driven in the air to left. It's a base hit. Here comes Howard. The throw by Johnny Damon is not in time. Down to second is Feliz, and this game is tied. The safe call was given at the plate. Ryan Howard came in. Posada didn't hang on to it. I don't know that watching it live, Ryan Howard ever touched home plate. If he did, it was a glancing touch on his way past Posada.
Well, Feliz, an inside hitter, and he chose an inside fastball. Johnny Damon does not have a good arm.
I don't think he touched home plate.
His right foot went above home plate. He's trying to go into Posada. Watch the right foot come up above home plate. He was called safe, but he never touched home. You could almost see Milt Thompson, the hitting instructor, yelling at Howard to go back and touch home plate. I think it was Milt Thompson.
Mike Everett, the home plate umpire, delayed, didn't make a call, and then once Posada picked it up and threw down to second, kind of a half-hearted safe call at the plate by Everett, the home plate umpire, and it's a 2-2 game. But I think every look we've given is that Howard missed home plate.
It's a tough call for Mike Everett, but Ryan Howard concentrating on Posada, trying to knock the ball out of his glove. And Mike Everett, you can see, he gave the safe call, but Howard did not appear to touch home plate. He did not touch home plate.
They've given an error on Posada for the runner. Feliz to go down to second when it got away. Now after the walk to Ruiz, here's Blanton. 2 on with 2 out in a 2-2 game. Pedro Feliz comes through with his first RBI of this World Series. He's at second, Ruiz at first, 2 out. Strike 2 on Blanton, the Philadelphia pitcher.
left-handed pitching, as we talked about, an 0.98 average for Feliz since August 20th with no RBIs. And he comes through here in the bottom of the 4th inning to tie the game with a 2-out RBI base hit. Here's the 0-2 to Blanton. And a strikeout ends the inning. 4 strikeouts on the night for Sabathia. 2-2 game, 5th inning, game 4. Back after this from your local Fox station. Joe Blanton has been terrific here tonight. He gave up back-to-back hits to start to Jeter and Damon. He's not allowed to hit since. He's hit a batter. He struck out 5. He's retired 11 straight. And he deals with Nick Swisher to start this 5th inning in a 2-2 game. Swisher struck out his first time up, then Melky Cabrera, then Sabathia. That's low, and the count 2-0. That pitch misses, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. And Ruiz turns his head and talks to the home plate umpire, Mike Everett. And a 4-pitch walk to start this 5th inning. Here's Ken Rosenthal, a little switch of the stance for Nick Swisher, and he broke out of his slump last night.
Joe, actually a dramatic switch. Nick Swisher spread his feet wide apart. You can see it right there. The change is designed to eliminate excess movement. No more toe tap, no more long stride. This way, Swisher can better react to all the breaking pitches he is seeing.
Here's Melky Cabrera.
One of those breaking balls from Andy Pettitte last night. A double in Then he hit the home run on a fastball off Jay Happ.
Strike to Cabrera, who flied to left his first time up. And off the hands, fouled off to the left, strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Blanton may have gotten a piece. Utley tries to flip it out of his glove, and everybody's safe. First and second with nobody out for New York here in the 5th.
That ball had a lot of topspin on it. I think Blanton did get just a piece of it. Good play by Utley to corral it. How many times do you see an infielder flip a ball to himself? Infield hit for Cabrera.
See if Blanton gets a piece of it. He did not.
No.
And Utley to his right made the stop, and then instead of going to his hand out of the glove, tried to flip it straight out the mitt and could not get it to Rollins. So it's 2 on with nobody out. Here's Sabathia, who shows bunt and kind of chops at it. Strike 1.
We asked Joe Girardi specifically if in a bunting situation will Sabathia be bunting. He said not necessarily. It's like CC is a better hitter than he is a bunter.
3 sacrifices for Sabathia in his career. Throw down to second. Pretty good throw by Ruiz, but late as Swisher gets back. A 4-pitch walk to Swisher, then the infield hit for Cabrera. And it's 2 on with nobody out for Sabathia. Chance for the Yankees here in the 5th inning to regain the lead. There's strike 2. If the Yankees change up and have Sabathia swing, he's got Ryan Howard just breathing down his neck by the time the pitch gets to home plate. And just chopping at it to strike out, fouling it, trying to bunt, and that's strikeout number 6 for Joe Blanton.
Just flailing wildly on the bunt attempt. 6th strikeout for Blanton.
Here's Jeter, 1 for 2. It's a base hit to the right side of the infield his first time, and then grounded out. Took a very good play from Feliz to get him in the 3rd.
Here we go, Joe.
First start for Blanton here tonight since Game 4 of the NLCS on the 19th of October. Pitch count is down, and Jeter takes strike 1. Two on, 1 out. 0-1 pitch is low. Prior to tonight's game, Derek Jeter and Albert Pujols were given the 2009 Hank Aaron Award, which recognizes the most outstanding offensive performer in each league. Second time for Jeter. 107 runs scored, 30 stolen bases, a .334 average. Second time for Albert Pujols as well, and there is the great Hank Aaron. 2 on, 1 out. 1-1 pitch is grounded under the glove of Rollins. Here comes Swisher. Throw by Ibanez is late, and the Yankees are back on top. Swisher scores on a base hit by Jeter, who is 2 for 3.
Jimmy Rollins playing Jeter up the middle for the double play. First and second and 1 out, and because of that, Rollins has too far to go to his right. The ball went under the glove, and the throw by Ibanez is late. Normally, Jimmy Rollins would play Jeter just a shade more to pull to where he'd make that play to prevent the run from scoring. But in a double play situation, the shortstop and second base cheat closer to second base. And for that reason, that ball trickles through to left field, and the Yankees retake the lead.
And now it's Johnny Damon. So a 3-2 New York lead in the top of the 5th, and this inning started with a walk to Swisher, who comes around to score on a hit by Jeter. Seven for 16 now is Jeter in this World Series, and that was his first RBI of this series against the Phillies. Runners at first and second, one out for Damon.
Minor league pitching coaches have a saying, and they tell young pitchers this all the time. Just remember that leadoff walks always score. And it's amazing how right they are.
That's in the dirt, blocked by Ruiz, ball one. Damon with a 2-run double last night. Double and a run scored tonight. Last year under his current contract with the Yankees. The 1-0. Fly ball, shallow right, and down for a base hit. Here comes Cabrera. Throw by Worth is not in time. And it's a 2-run Yankee lead, 4-2 here in the 5th on a base hit by Johnny Damon.
Boy, you talk about a great read by Melky Cabrera. Off with the hit. This is why you check the outfielders, check their depth in right field. Cabrera took off immediately, and the throw by Worth, an in-between hop. Cabrera missed the play. Look at how quickly he reads that ball drop in front of Worth. Ruiz wards him off to the outside. He missed the plate and came back and tagged it after the ball got by Ruiz. But that's a great read by Melky Cabrera.
And you could see Cabrera ran right through the stop sign put up by Rob Thompson, the third base coach of the Yankees.
He knew he had broken immediately. Rob Thompson didn't.
That's inside.
Inside for ball 1-2 to Shera, who has an RBI ground out in this game. His second RBI this World Series. 2 on, still just 1 out, and that ball is foul. 1-1. Chad Durbin, who pitched here last night, gets loose. Coming into this inning, 11 straight had been retired by Joe Blanton. A walk, a base hit, strikeout of Sabathia trying to bunt, and then back-to-back hits by Jeter and Damon. Here's a 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Outside again, ball 3. 3-1. With Alex Rodriguez on deck, this could turn into a huge inning for the Yankees, who again lead by 2 and lead in this World Series 2-1. 3-1 pitch is popped in the air to left center. Slicing to Ibanez, and that's out number 2. Jeter tags and stays put. 2 out in the inning.
First and second and 1 out. You can see Rob Thompson. Robbie is looking at the ball first. He doesn't realize the break that Cabrera had at second base. And then Cabrera turns, looks at the ball, runs through the sign, misses home plate, comes back and makes the play. But Robbie Thompson originally was looking at the ball. That's why he waved him. That's one of those situations where it's understandable that a guy rounding third would run through the stop sign.
Here's a breaking ball in for a strike to Rodriguez. Hit by a pitch. He's fly to center. 0 for 1. The Yankees have regained the lead, and Alex Rodriguez, who is 1 for 11 in this World Series, waits for the 0-1. Ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 is sky to center. Victorino puts it away. The Yankees get 2 runs on 3 hits, lead a pair, and after 4.5, lead the Phillies 4-2. Aerial coverage is brought to you by DirecTV. For the most sports in HD, call 1-800-DirecTV. We're into the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-run lead for New York again, and Sabathia back to the hill. To the top of the order for the Phillies. That means Jimmy Rollins, Shane Victorino, and Chase Utley. Rollins is 0 for 2. Struggling at 2 for 12 in this World Series. Rollins, prior to this series starting, predicted that the Phillies would win this World Series in 5 games. That can no longer happen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, 1 strike. There you go. 2-1. Had a chance to visit with Milt Thompson, the hitting coach for the Phillies. Play that for you at some point during the bottom of this 5th. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, under the glove of Cano, and a leadoff base hit for Rollins, on base for the first time tonight. Here's Milt Thompson. First question about the approach, trying to get to CC Sabathia tonight.
Well, the lefties just have to look to left field on the slider away. I mean, he's making some good pitches with the slider, and we just have to be patient and not try to pull it and drive it the other way. As far as the right-handed hitters, we're getting some pitches. We just got to keep battling. I mean, we had a good first inning, and just got to keep battling, and hopefully he'll make some mistakes and we'll make him pay.
I was talking to Jason Worth, your slugger and right fielder. He was saying the tough thing about Sabathia also is same arm speed, but that changeup comes in just a little off the fastball, and that's what makes him so tough to hit.
That makes him very tough. I mean, when you're throwing your fastball at 93 and then you're throwing a changeup at 88, I mean, it's hard to differentiate the two speeds of the pitches, and he has the great arm slot and the same speed, and it makes it difficult. And we just have to be patient, and hopefully he leaves a couple mistakes over the plate and we do some damage with him.
Last question: with him on short rest, is part of the game plan to make him work for outs and try to get that pitch count up?
Oh, no doubt about it. We got to get his pitch count up. Hopefully, then he'll start making a couple mistakes on us. It's the only way we're going to get him out of the game is make him work.
Appreciate it, Milt. Thanks.
You got it.
Milt Thompson, the hitting coach for Charlie Manuel. Leadoff hit by Jimmy Rollins. Sabathia to this point has thrown 72 pitches as he works in the fifth. He's 2-0 on Shane Victorino, who's 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Balls and a strike from Sabathia, who has walked 2. Both were intentional walks. Ball 4 low. And it's 2 on with nobody out for Philadelphia here in the fifth. A Verizon game summary. It's just after 10 o'clock here in the East. Chase Utley with an RBI double in the first. Feliz with an RBI single for Philadelphia to tie in the fourth. But in the top of the fifth, Jeter and Damon back to work. Both have 2 hits. Both have 1 RBI, and each have a run scored. And here comes Dave Eiland, the pitching coach for the Yankees, to talk to Sabathia, who has 2 on, nobody out. Chase Utley at the plate.
Milt Thompson talking about getting his pitch count up. A 5-pitch walk to Victorino after a 3-pitch single by Rollins. And then Rollins got his attention at first base. And Sabathia ended up walking Victorino. Sabathia's nemesis at the plate right now.
The person of Chase Utley, who has an RBI double, has popped up. Walking 2 homers against Sabathia in game 1. Utley came into this game hitting under 120 in his postseason career against left-handed pitching. With 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, 1 for 2 tonight. Trying to get Sabathia again. That's strike 2.
First the fastball, then the slider. Remember Milt Thompson talking about take the slider to left field if you're the left-handed hitter.
Runners on at first and second, time called at the plate. Posada asked for it. Received it from the home plate umpire, Mike Everett.
A do-over.
Now a visit.
One thing you don't want to do as a catcher and a pitcher is change the signs without notifying the shortstop and second baseman, because they feed off what you're giving to the pitcher. If it's a first sign, for instance, you don't want to change it to the second sign without the shortstop and second baseman knowing.
Utley grounds it foul out in front of that pitch. Still 0-2. Now Sabathia looks back at Jeter, who's walking over to talk to Alex Rodriguez. Count still 0-2 on Chase Utley. Utley checks his swing and pops it up. That is Jeter for out number 1. And it looked like another quick pitch from Sabathia.
A quick pitch and a quick slider breaking away. And again, the hitting instructor of the Phillies. Watch the quick pitch from Sabathia. Almost got Chase Utley in between swings. Wasn't ready. Check swing, pop up, infield fly.
So now Ryan Howard. Phillies need their cleanup hitter to pop one. He has hit 2 home runs this postseason. He has 1 RBI in this World Series. Base hit his last time up. Strikeout his first time. 3 for 15 so far in this series, and strike 1 from Sabathia. Pops it up. It's Jeter underneath it for out number 2. So the Phillies put the first 2 on with a hit and a walk, and they're 2 big bats. Chase Utley and Ryan Howard both pop up to the shortstop Jeter. It's up to Jason Worth.
And the ineffectiveness of the Phillies' left-handed hitters against left-handed pitching continues. They have been dominated by the Yankee left-handers. Utley, Howard, and Ibanez.
But here is the right-handed hitting Jason Worth. He's grounded out to third and been intentionally walked. Homer 2 times here last night. Ball 1 outside. Fastball in for strike 1. Jimmy Rollins got on to start the inning with a hit. Shane Victorino drew a walk. Utley and Howard with pop-ups. It's up to Jason Worth. That's low, and Posada wants to go talk again. 2 balls and a strike.
And here comes Derek Jeter to make sure that Posada and Sabathia don't change the signs without him knowing about it.
matchup tomorrow night in Game 5 of A.J. Burnett, who was so good in Game 2, and Cliff Lee, who did not give up an earned run in Game 1. He was spectacular going all 9. Check swing. They appeal, and a swing. Says first base umpire Dana DeMuth. It's 2-2.
That was the power changeup out of the strike zone, but Worth committed. That's a huge strike to even the count.
Time called by Worth. Now the 2-2. That's down the right field line, slicing foul and going out of play. Mentioned the first time up, 7 home runs during this postseason. All-time most home runs in a single postseason, the record held by Beltran and Barry Bonds. These extra rounds with 8. Foul backing out of play, and Jason Worth sure wishing he had that pitch back.
Tell you, Jorge Posada almost like Tom Brady with all those audibles behind the plate, walking out to the mound, wearing a path to the mound. Worth had a pitch to hit and fouled it back.
22nd pitch of this 5th inning coming from Sabathia. The 88th of the game, and again time is called.
There was no sign given. Tom Brady out for another audible.
So another visit from Jorge Posada. So worried about the presence of Jimmy Rollins back at second base, looking at the signs.
Yeah, much ado about nothing. They just retired 2 hitters on pop-ups, Utley and Howard.
Now the 2-2 and a swinging strike. Strikeout number 5. The Phillies put their first 2 on with a hit and a walk. We go to the 6th. Game number 4 of the World Series. Yankees up by 2. Sixth inning of Game 4 rolls in, and Jorge Posada is first up. And a strike from Joe Blanton. Jorge Posada has been arguing with a home plate umpire in his last 2 at-bats. Hey, guess what? It's raining. A light mist starts to fall as Posada fouls it down the right field line, strike 2. Up above, the aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. To get the most channels in HD, call 1-800-DirecTV. Posada, then Cano, then Swisher. Too far in, ball 1. Phillies in the bottom of this 6th inning will have Ibanez, Feliz, and Ruiz. That's too far inside. Again, 2-2.
Just inside from Blanton.
And now a strikeout to start the 6th. 7th of the night for Joe Blanton. Scott Air, the left-hander, gets loose for Philadelphia in their pen. Strike 1 on Cano. Philadelphia would love to get Blanton through this top half of the inning, as his spot is due up 4th in the bottom of this 6th. The 0-1 pitch, Cano takes outside. Robinson has flied to center, struck out. That's a strike, 1-2. Majority of the damage tonight for the Yankees against Joe Blanton has come out of the number 1 and 2 spots in the Yankee lineup.
Derek Jeter with a couple of hits. Johnny Damon with a couple of hits. They both scored runs. And Jeter with an RBI.
That's down and in. 2-2. Switch hitter, Nick Swisher on deck. 2-2 pitch. Blanton's 2-2 pitch is grounded foul outside first. Once again, tonight's Jeep trivia question: 13 pitchers have hit home runs in the World Series. Which 2 did it twice? Bob Gibson, Dave McNally. Gibson is 60 in 67 and 68. McNally in 69 and 70. Here is a 2-2 pitch from Blanton to Cano. Another foul. Gibson in 1967 took Jim Lonborg deep. Game 7 at Fenway Park. 68, Game 4 at Tigers Stadium. Hit a home run. McNally in 69, Game 5 at Shea Stadium off Kuzman. 1970, Game 3 at Memorial Stadium off Wayne Granger. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Cano again, and that is picked up on a short hop by Howard, who feeds Blanton 2 out.
That was a good play by Blanton to continue to first base and not assume that Howard caught this ball in the air. That was very, very close to a catch, similar to Yankee Stadium the other night. But I guess it was a short hop, and they did complete the play. But it was a good play by Blanton to continue to first base and not assume that Howard caught it in the air. Did he catch it in the air? Short hop. Good play by Howard and Blanton.
Proper call by Dana DeMuth, the first base umpire. 2 out, nobody on. Here's Swisher, whose walk in the 5th inning started a 2-run rally. 3 hits followed, including RBI hits by Jeter and Damon. There's ball 1. Now the 1-0 is out of the strike zone, low, 2-0. There's a strike. Swisher went deep last night in the 6th inning, batting right-handed. He's hit a total of 30 home runs during the course of the season, including the postseason, and 22 of them have been on the road. That skips in there. Ball 3, 3-1, despite playing 81 home games at the stadium that surrendered the most home runs during the regular season. The new Yankee Stadium, 237. Good pitch inside from Blanton, and the count full now, 3-2.
That was ball 4. And Swisher taking a shot at the short right field porch here at Citizens Bank Park.
And now a 2-out walk. So Swisher has drawn the only 2 walks that Blanton has issued tonight. And Melky Cabrera walks to the plate with 1 on, 2 out. Melky with a base hit, a run scored. He's fly to left. He is now 2 for 12 in this World Series. 1 on, 2 out, strike 1.
Melky Cabrera, an inside hitter. Chad Durbin has now joined Scott Air in the bullpen.
Strike 2.
That's where the Phillies have tried to feed Melky Cabrera. That fastball outside, changeups outside. He handles the ball inside very, very well.
That's foul. Up and away, ball 1. Again, the Phillies will have the bottom part of their order. Pitcher spot due 4th in the bottom of this 6th inning. That misses low, 2-2. Blanton trying to get through 6 innings here tonight. He has struck out 7, walked 2, allowed 4 runs on 5 hits, and Cabrera spoils the pitch. Cabrera shatters his bat. Howard makes the play and flips to Blanton, covering to end the inning. A walk, a man left. Yankees have left 4. Bottom of the 6th inning, bottom part of the order coming up. Yankees lead here in game 4. 4-2. dig out this ground ball to end the top of the 6th inning. He reaches up high, you think the upper part of the hamstring. He took his position, and then just a moment ago headed to the dugout, and Brett Gardner takes over in center as Sabathia fires a strike to Raul Ibanez. Bottom of the 6th inning, Phillies batting down by 2. 4-2 game. Yankees lead this World Series 2-1. And now strike 2 as Chan-Ho Park gets loose. Ibanez tonight 0 for 2. He has struck out, flied out. Phillies have stranded 6. Put their first 2 on last inning and didn't do anything with it. 0-2 the count. And a strikeout starts the inning. That is 6 on the night for CC Sabathia. And as we welcome you inside our broadcast booth here in Philadelphia, Sabathia so far pretty good.
Yeah, and the inability of the left-handed hitters to take that slider to left field, like Milt Thompson told us. And speaking of Joe Girardi, there is no way that you take any chances with Melky Cabrera because of the position that he plays. You have to put Gardner in there for defense in a 2-run ball game.
Here is a base hit by Feliz. 2 for 3 on the night against Sabathia. That follows the strikeout of Ibanez and will bring up the tying run, Carlos Ruiz, here in the 6th. So Feliz is on base for the 2nd time tonight. And here is Ruiz, who homered last night. Takes high ball 1. Ben Francisco has come into the on-deck circle. Barring a double play, he will be the one to bat for Joe Blanton. Chop to the right side, and the only play is to first for out number 2. Down to second is Feliz, and here comes Francisco, who made the start in game 1 against Sabathia and was 0 for 2 with a walk. Joe Blanton is finished after going 6. He allowed 4 runs on 5 hits. Walked 2, struck out 7, and hit a batter.
And yet another meeting on the mound. Sabathia has given up only 2 runs thus far. A lot of meetings on the mound with Posada. Now Dave Island joining them.
I think you have to be impressed tonight with the job that Sabathia has done and the pitches that he's made when he's been in trouble with men on base. As we tell you about a Fox NFL Sunday special event from Afghanistan, 2 hours. A week from today, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Francisco hits one into center. Over to get it is Gardner, just into the game. And that'll do it for the first 6 innings here in game number 4. Yankees lead at 4-2. Back after this from your local Fox station. Park here in Game 4. Up 2-1 are the Yankees. And here is Sabathia, who has 3 career big league home runs, and Chan Ho Park is on the list. June 21st, 2008. And swinging for another is Sabathia. Tried to bunt his last time, struck out. Struck out back in the second, so he's 0 for 2.
Yeah, that home run when Park was pitching for the Dodgers. And speaking of the Dodgers, in Game 2 of the National League Championship Series, the Phillies lost that game 2-1. That was the overthrow of first base by Chase Utley.
Here's a fly ball into right for Jason Worth, and out number 1 in the 7th.
And Chan Ho Park was the loser in that game, Game 2 of the NLCS.
It's the only game that the Phillies lost to the Dodgers, and here is Derek Jeter, who's 2 for 3. Talked about it earlier. Jeter and Damon, the top 2 guys in this Yankee lineup, done the big damage. Jeter with 2 hits, 1 run scored, 1 RBI. Damon with 2 hits, including a double, a run scored, and an RBI. They were involved in the 2-run first and involved in the 2-run 5th. Ball 1 from Chan Ho Park. For the Phillies in the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be the top of the lineup. Rollins, Victorino, and Utley. To this point, Sabathia has thrown 95 pitches. That's ball 2, 2-0. Jeter fouls it, 2-1. Derek Jeter started this night a .329 hitter on the road during the World Series, which is the 5th best average in Yankee history. Gehrig has the best, hitting .400 away from Yankee Stadium. Jeter with 2 hits tonight in 3 trips. It's down and away, ball 3. Run scored by Jeter back in the 1st inning, the 30th run he scored in his World Series history as he plays in his 7th. At 4 rings Jeter did after his first 5 full years in the big leagues, and he draws a 1-out walk.
Chan Ho Park missing in about the same area. That ball down and low and away to Derek Jeter. That opens up things for Joe Girardi to take more chances since the Yankees have a 2-run lead. He can run with Jeter, hit and run with Damon. Lots of stuff at his disposal.
So here's Damon, also 2 for 3. Teixeira on deck. And a strike from Chan Ho Park. 8th game for Johnny Damon that he's played here at Citizens Bank Park. And he is now 14 for 36. He has hit well here. 2 hits tonight. 0-1 pitch is grounded to first, a foul ball. Strike 2. Every time those two get a chance during this World Series, they talk. Derek Jeter and Jimmy Rollins. Rollins will be at the plate for Philadelphia to start the bottom of this inning. Here's an 0-2. Damon strikes out. 2 gone.
That was a split finger fastball from Chan Ho Park. Talked about how CC Sabathia quick pitched Jason Worth earlier. A little quick pitch on Chan Ho Park's part.
Well, here's Teixeira, who still has only 1 hit, has an RBI in this game with a ground out. His one hit was a home run, which happened in game 2.
High changeup off Pedro Martinez.
And the 3-4 combination, the high dollar players of Teixeira and A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, with a total of 2 hits. In this World Series, yet the Yankees are up 2-1 and lead game 4 by 2 runs.
Home run apiece.
First pitch is strike from Park. Runner at first, 2 out, and Teixeira takes low. Teixeira with an RBI ground out in the first. He struck out in the third, fly to left. In that 2-run 5th inning for the Yankees. Here's a 1-1. Ball 2. Two balls and a strike. The pitch from Chan Ho Park, reaching for it, and a ground ball to first. Easy for Ryan Howard. Time to stretch here in game number 4. Top of the order coming up for the Phillies, who trail by 2. Take a look at the Verizon summary of this series. Utley and Lee, brilliant in game 1. Game 2, A.J. Burnett, with the biggest and best game of his career, evens the series. Yankees offense wins game 3 as they pop 3 home runs in an 8-5 win. And now today, as Sabathia goes back to work in the bottom of the 7th, game 4 under the lights, had both teams out swinging early. A Jeter single and a Damon double. The big hits, 2 early runs. A-Rod hit again, and the benches were worn. A pair of doubles by Shane Victorino and Chase Utley cut the Yankee lead to 1. The 4th inning, the Phillies even the score. Timely hitting, and Ryan Howard coming across safely. But like they've done all season, the Yankees answered quickly, with Jeter and Damon again playing pivotal roles as they move the runners around. On this cool evening in Philadelphia, November 1st is Sunday night, game 4. Damaso Marte getting loose. CC Sabathia back to work, top of the lineup for the Phillies, down by 2. Jimmy Rollins takes a strike. Rollins 1 for 3. Victorino and Utley will follow. And Marte, who has moved in front of Phil Koch, the pecking order, the left side of the bullpen, gets loose for the Yankees. Approaching 100 pitches is Sabathia, working on 3 days rest.
Yeah, Joe, you mentioned Utley 3rd up, Howard 4th up in this inning. If the Phillies get a runner on, that's the reason Marte is warming for the Yankees.
Here comes pitch number 98 of the night, and it's up and away. Ball 2, 2-1. The next from Sabathia is hit hard and right at Rodriguez, who makes the stop and the throw. 1 out. A hot shot off the bat of Jimmy Rollins, but right at Rodriguez.
One hopper dropped by Rodriguez, picked up quickly, and he throws out Rollins.
Brings in Shane Victorino. Victorino's been on base twice tonight with a double, a run scored, and a walk. Strike 1 from Sabathia. Now Ryan Madson gets loose for Philadelphia in their pen. Pitch number 101 is low.
Joe Girardi telling us earlier that he could allow Sabathia to pitch 110, 120 pitches tonight. And a lot depends on whether Victorino gets on right here. Then you might think about bringing Marte in the game.
Here's a line drive into right, hit right at Swisher, 2 out. Hard hit, but right at Nick Swisher, and 2 rather loud outs to start the bottom of the 7th inning, and Utley will bat with the bases empty. Chase tonight with an RBI double. He's popped up twice. He was up in a key spot for the Phillies in the 5th inning. After the Yankees had scored 2 in the top half, Jimmy Rollins started the bottom of the 5th inning with a base hit, then a walk to Victorino. 2 on, nobody out. But the bats of Utley, Howard, and Worth did not do anything with that chance for the Phillies.
Girardi sending Dave Island to the phone to see if Marte is ready.
Ball 1 to Chase Utley. Here's a 1-0 to Utley and a strike from Sabathia. Now Jabba Chamberlain joins Damaso Marte in the bullpen for New York. A 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Another good breaking ball from Sabathia, who is trying to finish the 7th. He went 7 in game 1 and that loss to Cliff Lee. Here's a 1-2. And Utley just spoils the pitch.
Well, the Phillies left-handed batters have been able to do nothing with the breaking ball from Sabathia. The 2 hits tonight, one a double, an RBI double by Utley on a fastball. And then Ryan Howard's single to center field. He eventually scored the 2nd run of the game. That was on a fastball. That slider has been eating Philly left-handers up all night.
The count 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. And Utley hits one into right. He just got Sabathia again. It's a 1-run game. Three home runs for Chase Utley in the 2 games facing CC Sabathia.
The left-handed hitters of the Phillies, namely Chase Utley, just got the slider from Sabathia.
Lefties had been 2 for 9 against Sabathia tonight. Utley with a double, a home run tonight against Sabathia, who is out here in the 7th. Chase Utley takes Sabathia out of the park for the 3rd time in this World Series. Makes it a 4-3 game in the 7th. And now Ryan Howard takes a strike from Damaso Marte on a breaking ball. Howard tonight 1 for 3. A single run scored and a stolen base back in the 4th. And with Jason Worth on deck, Chamberlain gets loose. Good fastball, 94 miles per hour from Marte, 0-2.
After the breaking ball, the fastball looks that much harder.
The 0-2 pitch, instead Marte steps off. So far in this World Series, Posada goes out to talk so we can look at these numbers. Chase Utley 4 for 6 with 3 home runs against Sabathia. The rest of the Phillies just 7 for 45 with 1 RBI.
Hanging breaking ball to Utley. All 6 home runs hit by the Phillies in this World Series. Solo shots.
Here's an 0-2. Good life to the fastball of Damaso Marte. It's 1-2. Pops it in the air to left center field. Slicing to Johnny Damon, and the inning is over. Another run on the board for Philadelphia. 4-3 New York after 7 in Game 4. Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. To get theater quality picture and sound on every channel, call 1-800-DirecTV. 8th inning now, and Ryan Madson is into his 3rd straight World Series game. Here's numbers from the postseason overall here in 2009. Alex Rodriguez takes a ball. Rodriguez, Posada, and Cano. The Phillies in the bottom of this 8th inning will have Worth, Ibanez, and Pedro Feliz. A 1-0. There's that good Ryan Madson changeup. Ball and a strike.
Throwing Rodriguez a rare breaking ball and then the changeup. One of the best changeups of any bullpen pitcher in the major leagues.
The 1-1 pitch. Back-to-back changeups. Strike 2.
Curveball, changeup. Rodriguez set up for the fastball inside. That's where the Phillies have primarily tried to get him out.
They've also hit him 3 times. Twice last night. And then in his first plate appearance here tonight, that fastball misses 96. It's a 2-2 count. Rodriguez strikes out, 1 away in the top of the 8th. Tonight's saving moments of the game brought to you by Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart. Sabathia with a 2-run lead gave a hit and a walk in the 5th inning. But then against Utley, Howard, and Jason Worth got 3 straight outs and got out of it. Kept it 4-2. It's now 4-3. Here is Posada. Ball 1 inside. Sac fly for Posada back in the 1st. He has struck out his last 2 plate appearances. Visit with Joe Girardi as strike 1 is into Posada. Told us before the game that he would like to stay away from Mariano Rivera for anything more than 1 inning. If he sticks to that plan, he'll have to get through the 8th with other pitchers out of the pen. Marte came on and got Ryan Howard to end the 7th. Jabba Chamberlain is getting ready, it appears, for a battle with Jason Worth to start the bottom of this 8th.
Yeah, if it's a 1-run ball game, you'd like to leave Marte in the game to face Ibanez, the left-hander, batting behind Jason Worth, but you've got to go through Worth to get him. So that's why Chamberlain is warming up and is ready.
Ryan Madson smiling in at his catcher Carlos Ruiz, who told him to step off. Wasn't ready for that pitch, and now deals and misses, down and away, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, low and away. Both sides now have used multiple signs with nobody on base here tonight. Talking about from the catcher to the pitcher. Here comes a 3-1. Posada takes a walk. A 1-out walk. Charlie Manuel tonight handed the ball to Joe Blanton. Hadn't made a start since October 19th, game 4 of the NLCS. Blanton got through 6 innings, 4 runs on 5 hits. Gave up 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 5th. Walked 2, struck out 7, hit a batter. Rodriguez in the 1st. Marcus scoreless inning, and now Madson. 1 on, 1 out. Struggling Robinson Cano goes after the first pitch, strike 1. Scott Air getting loose. Switch hitter Nick Swisher is on deck, and then the left-handed hitting Gardner. The 0-1 pitch. Cano pops it up left side. Long run for Jimmy Rollins and Feliz, and that ball is fair. Going first to second is Posada. And it's a blue pit down the left field line off the bat of Robinson Cano.
Bad read by Posada. Had he gone on contact, realizing nobody could get to that ball, he would have been on third base. But the stop right there, Jorge is not a fast runner. Good try by Rollins. And who's left to cover third base? The pitcher, Ryan Madson.
Who's now in a jam with 2 on 1 out. And Nick Swisher up. So the Phillies are down 2-1 in this World Series. They're down by a run here tonight in the 8th inning. And it seems imperative for Ryan Madson to keep this a 1-run game. Say that because of the presence of Mariano Rivera. Will figure into this game at some point. Strike 1 to Nick Swisher. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, a ball and a strike.
It looks like a heating pad on the right rib cage of Mariano Rivera.
Here's a 1-1. Change-up fools Nick Swisher. Strike 2. Two on, 1 out. 1-2 pitch is low. 2-2. There's strike 3, 2 out.
Madson getting Swisher to look for off-speed pitches, and a tailing fastball gets Nick Swisher.
We showed you that heating pad that Rivera has under his jacket in the bullpen. That does not mean something is wrong with Mariano Rivera trying to warm up on this chilly night out in the bullpen. In fact, CC Sabathia at the beginning of the year, when the temperature was down in April, used a heating pad. And his team was hitting in the dugout, and Yankee fans and members of the media wondered if the big investment, $161 million deal, was injured in his first April with the team. He said he'd always done it just to try and keep warm when the temperature's cold. There's a strike on the inside corner to Brett Gardner with 2 on, 2 out.
Well, the heating pads have filtered to the bullpen.
That's up and in. A ball and a strike. Hideki Matsui has come into the on-deck circle. Remember, the lefty Scott Air is getting loose. Number 9 spot is next. Gardner pops it up out behind second base, and it's Rollins to end the inning. Yankees have now stranded 7, bottom of the 8th inning. Worth, Ibanez, Feliz coming up for the Phillies, who trail by 1. brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures. Sherlock Holmes, starring Robert Downey Jr. in theaters Christmas Day. As Jabba Chamberlain takes over, Jason Worth first up. 4-3 New York, bottom of the 8th inning. And a fastball, 94 miles per hour, strike one. Phil Koch, a left-hander. Phil Hughes, a right-hander, getting loose for the Yankees in their pen. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jason Worth with power to all fields. He can hit a ball as far to right as he can to left or center.
It's including 5 in this World Series as Worth fouls it back and out of play, strike 2. Temperature is dropping. Wind is picked up. Brad Lidge getting loose for the Phillies in their pen. In the 8th, 4-3 New York. Up 2-1. Worth strikes out, 1 away in the 8th.
All fastballs from Jabba Chamberlain to Jason Worth. Beg your pardon, that second pitch is slider, and he finishes him off with the letter high fastball.
And so now Ibanez, who's 0 for 3. And 3 out of 15 in this World Series. 1 home run this postseason after hitting 34 during the regular season. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Check swing on a pitch down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's that back leg slider that Chamberlain throws to the back leg of the left-handed hitter. It was a ball. Another one.
2-1. Sabathia went 6 2/3. Damaso Marte finished off the 7th. Chamberlain starts the 8th. The 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The slider on the 2-1 count to even the count.
Here's the 2-2 from Chamberlain. Another strikeout from Jabba Chamberlain, who pitched a perfect inning here last night and looks like he's starting to round back into form with good heat up and away to Ibanez.
Boy, that fastball just overpowering Ibanez.
So with 2 out, nobody on, the batter is Pedro Feliz.
That's outside.
Ball 1. Feliz 12 home runs during the regular season, 1 home run this postseason. And for Feliz, an RBI base hit to tie the game back in the 4th. That made it 2-2. The Yankees got 2 in the 5th. Up 4-2. The home run by Utley made it 4-3 in the 7th. A 1-1. Strike 2. Jabba Chamberlain just threw a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Could strike out the side here in the 8th.
Throwing that hard, I don't think he will rely on a secondary pitch. But he threw the slider. Situation, if the Phillies tie it, you don't want them to tie it on a hanging breaking ball, not the way Chamberlain's throwing.
checks his swing on a pitch down and away. Full count. There's a shot to left. Pedro Feliz has tied it. Tim, the Phillies were one strike away, one out away from being in a position where they would have to rally against Mariano Rivera. But Pedro Feliz gets Jabba Chamberlain on a 3-2 delivery.
A 3-2 fastball inside part that leaves the ballpark. And Jabba knew it.
How about the night for Pedro Feliz? 3 hits, 2 RBIs, a home run, his first of this World Series. He came in 1 for 11 against the Yankees. And now a strike to Ruiz. Four in the 8th. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Chamberlain blew away Jason Worth, blew away Raul Ibanez, and trying to blow away Feliz, and he homered.
Strike 2 on Carlos Ruiz. In the 9th inning for the Yankees, they will have the number 9 spot. Then Jeter and Damon. The inning is over. Breaking ball gets Ruiz. Pedro Feliz gets Jabba Chamberlain. Takes him out. Ties game 4 at 4 after 8. Giving up that 2-out home run to Pedro Feliz, which tied it in the bottom of the 8th inning, and now Brad Lidge takes over here in the 9th. Matsui first up to face him, pinch hitting for Jabba Chamberlain. Brad Lidge has not pitched in the last 10 days, not since Game 5 of the NLCS. It's been quite a ride the last 2 seasons for Brad Lidge in a Phillies uniform. Last year, perfect 48 for 48 in saving games, including 7 for 7 during the postseason. The regular season this year for Lidge was a nightmare. Strike 1 on Matsui. An ERA of 7.21, 11 blown saves, the most in the big leagues. That ERA was the worst ERA among baseball closers. Allowed 11 home runs. Opponents hit over 300 against him. But he's dialed it back in so far this postseason. Saves in games 3 and 4 of the division series. Saved game 1 of the NLCS and was the winner in game 4. Now facing the Yankees in the World Series. His 1-1 pitch to Matsui. Strike 2. Matsui homered last night, and he pops it up tonight. Left side, Jimmy Rollins. Top of the 9th, 1 out. Let's roll the tape backward for Brad Lidge. 2008, 48 of 48 in save opportunities, including cruising through the postseason. But the 11 blown saves, the most in the big leagues during the regular season in 09. However, the postseason, a perfect 3 for 3. And in his last 13 postseason appearances, an ERA of 0, dating back to the division series game 2 last year. 9 for 9 in save chances.
Had right knee problems earlier in the year. He says his right knee is fine, and in the early going tonight, he looks like it.
Here's Jeter, 2 for 3.
2-pitch pitcher, fastball, and this is the slider.
Jeter with 2 singles. He's also drawn a walk. Four 4 game. Jeter takes ball 1. Philadelphia sports fans have had a long day. Now watching a tie ball game in the 9th inning of game 4 of the World Series. Strike 2. They watched their Eagles take apart the Giants earlier today across the street. They've watched the Phillies tie the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th with a 2-out home run by Pedro Feliz. Towels are back out, and a 1-2 count on Jeter. Two and 2. Jeter spoils the pitch.
One of the toughest sliders from a right-handed pitcher to a right-handed hitter in the game. Not only does he slide away from the right-hander, but that wicked downward movement.
No double switch made by Charlie Manuel when he brought in Brad Lidge. Pitcher spot leads off the bottom of this 9th inning.
Jeter takes ball 3. With all the rest that Lidge has had in a game like this, if Lidge gets through this top of the 9th inning, 1, 2, 3. If it goes to extra innings, you could probably extend Lidge, and then you're dealing with the heart of the lineup. But no double switch. So it may be 1 inning, and that's it. The Philadelphia closer. Three and 2 to count. 2 out. The World Series on Fox is sponsored by Gillette Fusion, the #1 razor recommended by dermatologists. By American Express, don't take chances, take charge. And by the all-new Taurus from Ford, drive one. With 2 out, nobody on, Johnny Damon steps in. He has 2 hits, 2 out of 4. 2 home runs this postseason. None against the Phillies, and he gets out of the way of ball 1 inside. Lefty Phil Cope getting loose. Strike 1 on Damon. Jabba Chamberlain went 1 inning, allowed just the 1 run on 1 hit, struck out the side, but allowed the 2-out home run to Pedro Feliz, which tied the game.
What Joe Girardi could do is send Chamberlain back out there. Actually, they pinch hit for Jabba Chamberlain, so they'll have to make the move to Cope.
That's fouled off to the right, strike 2. Game 5 is tomorrow night in a matchup of Cliff Lee, Philadelphia, against A.J. Burnett. On the air at 7:30 Eastern. Here's a 1-2 to Damon. And he just got a piece.
Lidge's slider is so good, it's often in the dirt. Ruiz excellent on balls in the dirt.
Fastball's high, 2-2. Two out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. Brad Lidge involved in his 3rd World Series, which for the Astros against the White Sox in 05. Last year for the Phillies against the Tampa Bay Rays. 3-2 delivery. And Damon stays up there. After Damon, it's Teixeira, who is 1 for 14 in this World Series. His 1 hit, a home run. The guy who led the American League in home runs during the regular season with 39. Another 3-2. Another foul ball. This will be the 9th pitch of this at bat from Brad Lidge to Johnny Damon. Line drive into left field's a base hit.
And the top of the 9th inning continues, and Mark Teixeira will be the hitter. An RBI ground out in this game. He struck out, flied out. That was all against Blanton, the starter, who's now off the hook. Teixeira grounded out in the 7th. That was against Chan Ho Park. He bats here against Brad Lidge with 1 on, 2 out, 4-4 game in the 9th. Teixeira 1 for 10 in his career against Lidge. There goes Damon, no chance for Ruiz, and now headed to third base as he got around Feliz. And he's there, which is important because of the pitches in the dirt. And he's there with 2 out. Pedro Feliz tried to fake Johnny Damon. He just kept going.
Rich Doobie, the pitching coach, out to talk to Lidge. This doesn't take the slider away from Lidge. Watch Damon, realizing nobody's at third, and he outruns Feliz. The only other person that could have gotten there wasn't there, and that's Brad Lidge. The throw's in the dirt. And Damon keeps going after the pop-up slide. But this does affect the breaking ball in the dirt from Lidge. And perhaps we'll have him throw fastball after fastball, which is not his best pitch, particularly to Teixeira.
Well, now Mariano Rivera has to scramble to get loose in case Teixeira delivers this run. All of that was made possible because of the infield shift with Teixeira batting. Damon just popped right up and took off over to third. Now Teixeira takes a strike, and the count evens 1-1. They give 2 stolen bases on that one play to Johnny Damon. Go ahead run at third with 2 out and a 1-1 count on Teixeira. And that hits Teixeira to put runners at the corners with 2 out. And now the guy who's been hit 3 times, including in the first inning, which prompted a warning from the umpires, will step to the plate. That hit by pitch. In the umpire's judgment, not intentional, no ejection. Here is Alex Rodriguez, who's hitless in this game, and who is 1 for 13 in this World Series.
Yeah, common sense will tell you that that hit by pitch was not intentional. Once again, Lidge's best pitch is his slider, and it's often in the dirt.
First and third, 2 out. Alex Rodriguez takes a strike. The only hit that Rodriguez has in this World Series was the 2-run home run here last night in the 4th. Trying to put the Yankees back on top in the 9th inning. The 0-1. Ripped into left field. Alex Rodriguez has delivered for New York. In to score is Damon. Headed to third is Teixeira. And to second is Rodriguez. And the Yankees lead 5-4 in the 9th.
And with Johnny Damon on at third base, Lidge goes to his fastball. He tries to come inside to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez rips it to left field to put the Yankees back ahead. That not only puts them ahead, but it puts Mariano Rivera in the game.
And
and it puts the Phillies back in that spot where they have to rally against Rivera. Johnny Damon deserves a lot of credit for a good at bat against Lidge with 2 out, nobody on, getting the base hit to left. Now Posada with runners at second and third, 2 out.
A-Rod just wandered off of second base. It was almost as though he didn't realize Teixeira was on at third. Rollins came behind him. Fortunately for the Yankees, the pitch was fouled off.
The Yankees rally with 2 out, nobody on in the top of the 9th inning, and now Posada. Strike 2.
This is the pitch before. Watch Rodriguez getting way off at second base. Rollins coming in behind him. Fortunately for the Yankees, the pitch was fouled away.
So now Rivera gets loose again in the bottom of this 9th inning. It'll be a pinch hitter. Jimmy Rollins and Shane Victorino. If anybody gets on, Chase Utley. Here's the 0-2. Ball 1. Matsui led off, popped up. Jeter struck out. Damon with a base hit to left. Stole second and third. Teixeira hit by a pitch, and Rodriguez with an RBI double. Here's a 1-2 to Posada. 2-2.
Well, what alert heads-up base running by Johnny Damon.
Here's a 2-2 pitch and a line drive in a left center field. That is going to score 2. In to score Teixeira. In to score Rodriguez. Down to second and out is Posada, but he's made it a 3-run game. All 3 runs scoring, and the rally starting with 2 out for New York. RBI double for Rodriguez in the top of the 9th. Into the bottom half. 7-4 New York. Inning. he now has a 3-run lead to try and protect. So far, perfect this postseason. 4 for 4. And he tries to save it for Jabba Chamberlain, who would be the winner. He blew the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning, and he's given thanks to his teammates after that 3-run rally, all coming with 2 out in the top of this 9th inning. Against Brad Lidge. Rivera will deal with a pinch hitter. It'll be Matt Stairs, then Jimmy Rollins, then Shane Victorino. Barring a rally here in the bottom of the 9th inning against the game's best closer, certainly the best postseason closer ever, the Phillies will hand the ball to Cliff Lee tomorrow night, facing elimination, trying to get this World Series back to Yankee Stadium. He'll take on A.J. Burnett on 3 days rest.
Mariano Rivera, as you saw in that graphic, has never blown a 3-run lead in the postseason.
Stairs first up. Ball 1 up and in. There's Cliff Lee, who gets the ball tomorrow night. Stairs grounds to first, a fair ball. Teixeira takes it to the bag. 1 out.
Rivera threw 5 pitches last night, recording 2 outs for the Yankees. 2 pitches for 1 out this evening.
Here's Jimmy Rollins, who's 1 for 4. Hit the ball hard twice. His single back in the 5th inning, grounded out sharply to 3rd in the 7th. Phillies need 2 base runners to have a chance, and they have their big bats looming. Rollins takes ball 1. So the Yankees were down to their final out in the top of this 9th inning. And Johnny Damon is the one who got it started with a base hit to left. Stole 2 bases. Teixeira hit by a pitch. RBI double by Alex Rodriguez. And then Teixeira and Rodriguez scored on the 2-out 2-run single by Posada. And it's 7-4, bottom of the 9th inning, 1-1 pitch. Broken bat pop up. That's Teixeira, and that's out number 2. So the Yankees are 1 out away from a commanding 3-1 series lead. And it's Shane Victorino digging in, who's 1 for 3. Strike 1. That's strike 2. And now Rivera is 1 strike away from his 39th career postseason save. And his 11th during the World Series. The 0-2 pitch. That is a fair ball, and that's the end of the night. Game 4 belongs to the Yankees, a final of 7-4. And an 8-pitch save for Rivera as he saves it for Jabba Chamberlain, and the Yankees. New York leads it 3-1 here in the 105th World Series. There's the final from Game 4. And the Yankees with 3 runs in the 9th inning win this game tonight in Philadelphia.